Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Today we're figuring out exactly how to cook cheesy melts that are basically guaranteed to hit every single comfort food craving you might have. If you're looking for a foolproof, totally structured way to build a meal that'll make your mouth water, well, you are absolutely in the right place. We're breaking down a fantastic recipe for jalapeno cheddar beef onion ring melts. We're going to walk through the whole shebang, the ingredients, the cooking process, and the literal architecture of putting this incredible dish together. Okay, let's dive into this because right out of the gate, the source material makes a really bold, honestly exciting promise. It says these hearty melts are the ultimate comfort food. And think about that for a second. You know that feeling when you've had a ridiculously long day, you're starving, and you just need something incredibly satisfying? That craving is a real problem. But this decadent melt, that is your ultimate solution. Let's see exactly how we make it happen.
So phase one is the arsenal, gathering your ingredients, because honestly, getting everything together up front is absolutely crucial for a smooth, stress-free time in the kitchen.
Let's take a look at what you actually need. It's wonderfully unpretentious and totally flavor-packed. We're talking 1 pound of ground beef, a packet of ranch seasoning mix, 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese, 1 jar of sliced jalapenos, and hey, make sure you drain those, a 5-ounce can of onion rings, 4 hamburger buns, and 2 tablespoons of butter. That is literally it. These are just everyday, accessible grocery items that are going to team up to create something magical. Now, what's really brilliant about this recipe is the elegant simplicity of the ratios. Did you notice that? Almost everything we just talked about is in units of 1. 1 pound of beef, 1 packet of ranch, 1 cup of cheese, 1 jar of jalapenos, and 1 can of onion rings. It's like a genius little puzzle where everything just perfectly aligns, making it super easy to memorize or even scale up if you happen to be cooking for a crowd. All right, moving right along to the foundation, cooking the beef base. Everything else we build today relies entirely on getting this savory core just right. Step 1, you just grab a skillet, get it over medium heat, and brown that ground beef. It takes about 5 to 7 minutes to cook through. Oh, and definitely don't forget to drain the excess fat. Once you've got that done, step 2 is where the magic really kicks into gear. You stir in that ranch seasoning mix and exactly half of your jar of jalapenos, and just let that cook for another 2 minutes. Just imagine the sizzle of that meat in the pan right now, and that incredible aroma when the cool, zesty ranch hits the heat of those spicy jalapenos. And this brilliantly illustrates the flavor evolution we're talking about. Look, you start with plain, browned ground beef, right? It's a fine but basically blank canvas. But after just 2 short minutes, look at the difference. That beef is now completely infused with zesty ranch and totally punctuated by those spicy jalapenos. It's a massive transformation in both flavor and texture. We just turned basic ground beef into a wildly flavorful base. Next up, we reach a really pivotal moment. The melt. Bring in the cheesy heat. We've got our spicy, savory foundation built, and now we get to tie the whole thing together. So the crucial point is this concept of gooey. To get that absolutely perfect melted consistency, you're going to take that cup of shredded cheddar and stir it directly into the hot beef mixture. You're not just sprinkling it on top like some afterthought. No way. You actually stir it right in so the residual heat just melts it completely. Taking the time to do this sensory step is what really binds our foundation together and makes it a true proper melt. But hey, a melt needs a vessel, right? So that brings us to prepping our 4 hamburger buns. You take those 2 tablespoons of butter and you toast those buns until they are a gorgeous golden brown. Why does this matter so much? Well, aside from the fact that toasted butter bread is delicious, a hearty cheesy beef mixture really needs structural integrity. Toasting the buns creates a barrier so the bread doesn't get all soggy. It gives you the perfect sturdy structure to hold all that gooey beef. Okay, let's move to and see how this builds in our final phase, the architecture, assembling the masterpiece. We've got all our components perfectly prepped, and now it is time to construct these hearty melts, layer by layer. Here is exactly how you stack the architecture. Step 1, you generously spoon that cheesy, gooey beef mixture right onto the bottom half of your butter-toasted buns. Then, step 2, you top that beef with your onion rings, and yes, use that whole 5-ounce can spread across the 4 buns for maximum crunch. Then, add in the remaining half jar of jalapenos that we saved from earlier. Finally, step 3, just place the top half of the bun on each one and serve them up warm. That specific combo, the soft bun, gooey beef, crunchy onion rings, and the fresh bite of those jalapenos, it completely locks in the ultimate flavor profile. We have successfully constructed the ultimate comfort food, but that leaves us with one last section here, the final bite. serving, and customization. Because honestly, the very best comfort food should always be tailored to your own personal taste.
Which brings us to a final question drawn directly from the recipe's notes. Will you add even more jalapenos for an extra kick, or maybe serve these with your absolute favorite dipping sauce? Picture that finished, steaming plate sitting right in front of you. How are you going to make it yours? Think about that as you head to the kitchen to actually put these ideas into practice. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and enjoy those amazing jalapeno cheddar beef onion ring melts.